Good morning. Oh, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Awakenings Moments to Inspire. I am Angela, or Angel with an A, and I am so happy to be here with you now in this glorious moment sandwiched between Yule and the new moon tomorrow. It is just a perfect time, and we're forming a angle of energy sandwiched between the Yule and the new moon. And today we are going to dive into the numerology of the day, which is an 11. So much mirroring there. It's perfect again that we're between Yule and the new moon, because there's lots mirroring back and forth to one another today. But before we do, I'll dive right in. We got to take care of all of those beautiful left brain things. And even before we do that, I think I'm going to do a few Ave Sa breaths just to ground myself, center myself into this beautiful container that we've created. And then we will move forward with our show, Awakenings Moments to Inspire. So let's put our hands to our hearts. We're going to do 3 deep Ave Sa breaths. Ave on the inhale, meaning hail to the divine spark in you, and Sa, which is that release and that surrender afterwards. So here we go. Think Ave on the inhale. Sa. Ave. Sa. Ave. Sa. And don't forget to smile afterwards. Smile in the knowing and the truth of that centering that you've just accomplished with the Ave Sa breath. So welcome to Oneness Talk Radio. We are streaming live at onenesstalkradio.com, Oneness Talk Radio Facebook, and Oneness Talk Radio YouTube. And I am your host again, Angela, Angel with an A. And we are diving into Thursday, December 22nd. And of course, it's a 22nd, a 2, and a 2. And the number for today, this ascended numerology for today, is an 11. So it is the divine mirror of divine harmony and divine energy. And so what is going on between your mirror here, folks? What is moving? What is showing you? What is allowing you to see the divine harmony and the divine energy in you? So what's mirroring back at you today? That is part of the energies of today, but there's so many other left brain things that we have to accomplish. There's so much going on. First, tomorrow is the new moon, and I will be having a new moon circle. So if you are interested in taking part in that, please send me an email at waterloveandlight@gmail.com, just so that I can make sure that you're signed up on our new moon list and you get the Zoom link invitation for that. And it will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I can't wait to see you all there. So just be sure to drop me a quick email. And what else is going on? Oh, so many beautiful things are happening within the community of Yoga of Self-Ascension, Global Minga, excuse me, with Shri and Kira themselves, Oneness Talk Radio. There's some new hosts on. Welcome, Nicole. I believe her show is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday mornings. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm understanding there might be some more in the future, in the new year. I know who is thinking about it, so I'm encouraging her, jump in. It is a lot of fun, and it really helps you cement and anchor who you are and the trust in yourself and your own capacity. So if you are ever thinking of being a host for Oneness Talk Radio, or even just any project that you have out there, dive into it. Why not, right? Just give it a try. If you fail, and that's okay, you tried. at least you tried, and you can say, "I tried," and you're not going through life going, "Well, maybe I should have tried." I should try, right? Jump in. If it's being a host at Oneness Talk Radio, if it's leaving a beautiful sharing for a friend or a post on Facebook, go ahead and do it. It is the time to be yourself. It is the time to share the love with the whole world. And that even brings me to even more of the wonderful events that are coming up within the Oneness Talk Radio, Yoga of Self Ascension, Global Minga. The New Year's Eve live is coming up here with Shri and Kira. And if you haven't signed up for that yet, they have a beautiful, absolutely stunning New Year's every year, and I haven't missed one, I think, in about 4 years now, and I enjoy watching the lives. It is a beautiful way of going into the community, even before you go out with your, out to, wherever it is that you're going, if you've got reservations or whatnot. It's fairly early in the evening, I think it's at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time, and you can just revel in the joy and love of the community, of the new year, of the oneness of it all, even. Even beyond just the celebratory messages, there's that alive ensoulment. There's celebrations. Everyone's dancing and music and so many beautiful sharings. It truly is a wonderful, wonderful event. So I do recommend, if you haven't already signed up for the New Year's event, to go to Shri and Kira and make sure you get your Zoom link for that. Also, then right after that is the 7 days of rest that we are partaking in from January 1st to the 7th. And again, if you want to know more about that, just go over to shriandkira.com. And then so much going on even within the community of Global Minga. We just finished our first 17-day challenge. I hope all of you were out there and cheering us on, and yeah, it was so much fun. We had a 17-day challenge where we spoke deeply into peace, love, and joy, and the awareness, the experience, the choice, and the being in each one of those. And it was myself and three other beautiful women. Shout out to Sarah, Natasha, and Pauline. It was a truly extraordinary experience, and I am so thankful to have had it. And I'm so thankful for Sarah to have thought of this, to kick us off with the 17-day challenge, and now so much more. There's so many beautiful ideas bubbling under the surface. I can't wait to share them all with you. So I don't know if I have a streamer for the Global Minga site, but I should get one up here. But just go to Global Minga Ascension Renaissance in Facebook and get signed up for the Facebook group, because there's going to be a lot more sharings and a lot more community gatherings that we're planning for the new year. So be sure to head on over there and even just catch our 17-day challenge. Go back and redo the 17-day challenge and just keep on going and see what more profound insights and how much further peace, love, and joy can anchor into your being, right? Oh, so many other beautiful things. Shri and Kira are working on another book, which is hoping to come out in the new year. And the community of Yoga of Self Ascension and Minga are coming together, and they're putting together pieces and works of art, stories, short stories, miracles, poetry, prose. If you want to take part in this, please, again, send me an email. This is what our plan is to create a book for the soul, kind of like a chicken soup for the soul book, but it's more like Global Minga for the soul, inspiration, a book of inspiration. And it was thought of by a beautiful community member, Gary, and he and his wife have been championing this, and as am I. So if you have any short stories, you feel called to share stories of miracles, inspiration, poetry, things that you felt called to write down, or even artwork that you've created that you would like to donate to the book, and then we're going together into one book and use that as a fundraiser for the Global Minga projects. Now, I've been talking a lot about Global Minga, which I'm going to get into in a little bit because that's my topic for today. But Global Minga is a beautiful, beautiful group of people who have come together that are within most of us are within the yoga self ascension community, but it's not. It's open to anybody who wants to come and to take part in the celebration of the sharing of life, of life's ups, life's downs, working together to create a better world. That is what Global Minga is. And if something needs done, you roll up your sleeves and you dive in and you pitch in and you help. And then the community comes together and enriches that. That to me is what Global Minga is at the heart and the soul of it all. And it is truly a beautiful and profound community. And it has been an honor, an absolute honor to have taken part and to be a member of that community. Because I have met some beautiful, glorious souls who have made me reaffirm my belief that love truly is the strongest thing in the universe. I used to say that all the time when I was a little kid. Love is the strongest thing in the universe. Love is the strongest thing in the universe. And these people are actually showing me that yes, 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 and yes, it is. And I love them all. And they are so inspiring and so uplifting. And I hope, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if any of you are out there listening, you would like to be guests on my show because you all have glorious sharings and glorious tales to tell. And I would love for people to meet and see and feel that energy that you all have to share, because truly you have inspired me over the last 17 days, over the last year. You have all inspired me. And I think that's what we need to do more in life. Find the community that inspires you, whether it be a spiritual community or a book club or going and helping out animals, going and helping people in need, the homeless, work in a soup kitchen. Um, Find, if you love entertaining children, go and find that thing that you love to do and go out and express it and find that community that sings to your heart, because they will be drawn to you and they will uplift you like you've never known before. And I have a prime example for that. This morning I woke up and I was on the struggle bus. I was on the struggle bus. I learned that phrase from Sarah just in the last couple of weeks. And I would admit, I not only was I on the struggle bus, I was in the back seat of the struggle bus this morning. And I reached out to Sarah just to say I'm having some difficulties with this. And she was able to remind me about the coming together of ourselves, that the one person in your entire life that you spend your life with, that you are totally committed to, is yourself. And that you and they have this unit and cohesiveness together that bring out the energy of joy and life and love. And when you can sync those two halves of yourself into one, then and you acknowledge the lower self and the higher self, and that they each have something to give in the experience, then you can soar. And she gave that to me this morning. And then as soon as that happened, more people reached out, just out of the blue. Beautiful community members who had reached out and that were talking about their glorious day and how magnificent it had been. And it led me to reach out to more community members because I was inspired by their sharings last night. I was on a call with many people for Divine Mastery Presence, and they're starting that again coming up in February of 2023. And I'm planning to be there again. So I hope those of you who are listening, if you haven't already signed up, head on over to Shri and Kira for the Divine Mastery Presence journey. This past year with them, on that journey has been profound, and it helped build this community that just energetically knew I must have been on the struggle bus this morning because so many reached out and just lifted me up and inspired me. And that's what brought me here today because I was literally struggling this morning. I was unable to come up with a show. I was unable to come up with even the hint of what I wanted to talk about in this moment of the 11 of that divine mirror of harmony and divine energy that's being shown to me. And then I realized that, of course, the divine mirror is being and energy is being shown to me, and that's why I reached out to Sarah, and then it ballooned from there, and it blossomed from there, and expanded from there, and it has been a truly a glorious morning. And I even got on and left a little message for Global Minga. And that's the topic for today, which is Global Minga. And Global Minga, the Facebook group that we've started, Natasha started it, I believe, back at the beginning of the year when we were bringing out the Egyptian healing rods, and the community was talking about the Egyptian healing rods and what that can bring to a person, even just a person going through their own meditations and their own journeys, and not just energy healers and people within that naturopathic homeopathic community, that the Egyptian healing rods are for everybody. And the Global Minga really blossomed during that I believe it was 21 days. It was very similar to what we had done before, just a 17-day challenge. And she did a beautiful job at bringing us all together. And then it was brought forward here just recently that we should do more within the Global Minga community, just on Facebook. But in the background, the Global Minga that had been set up by Shri and Kira and with Ave Sa, they had been doing so many beautiful miracles. And they, over the course of this last year, or has it been nearly 2 years now? But Global Minga was a concept that Shri and Kira learned living in the Andes Mountains. And basically, what it is within the community that you are moving into, you designate 1 day a month or even more, 1 day a week, whatever it is, and the whole community comes together and it helps with community projects, or if somebody's in need, like they need some assistance fixing their house or whatever the case may be, that 1 day maintaining the water source. Even Shri and Kira have a water source that runs through their property in the Andes Mountains, and once a month everyone comes together to ensure that that canal runs down through the mountain and remains flowing. And because the whole community and all the landowners all get their water from this source, so a community comes together to make sure it's maintained. But it's more than just that. It's coming together when people are in need of help and people are in need of assistance and service. And it is just an instantaneous gathering around those in need who need help. And Shri and Kira started the Global Minga project, and since then they have helped people with homes, in the Andes Mountains. They have assisted with ensuring that technology is in all of the towns infrastructure, and that they have the computers and the technology to interact with people outside, and they've built the peace pyramid, possibly more going up very soon. They have been assisting with protecting the Amazon and the plant lore within the Amazon and the indigenous within the Amazon. There's so much glory going on within the projects themselves that can uplift and bring so much joy to the soul. But also, it's like a balancing of the energies of the that's what I'm feeling right now. Is Global Minga is is bringing that balance back into the world that we needed. That sense of I've got you, that it's going to be okay. It has really shown me that community still exists out there and can be built around yourself, when you're not afraid to shine and you're not afraid to go out there, because the energy just becomes attracted to you. And when you find the group of people that you meet, you begin to finish each other's sentences, and you understand one another at a level that you didn't think was possible. It truly is an amazing, amazing thing. And I just wanted this today just to shine a light on some of our Global Minga crew and people who have inspired me. And you all know who you are: Julianne, Rachel, Leslie, Joy, Janice, Robert, Sarah, Natasha, Pauline, Kim. You're all there. I see you all. You're all glorious, beautiful people who've decided that, yes, community and sharing of our stories lifts us up. It makes us better. Together we are better, right? So we've come together as a community that's willing to reach out to the world to say, yes, together we are better. And yes, we can do this. We don't have to be in that rat race of the world, that you can lift above it and see the gloriousness of it all. Take out that judgment, put in that compassion, and you lift and you understand from a higher perspective. I just realized I don't have my chat going here. I should put that up. So, and remind everybody, if you are in the chat, my apologies for that. If you are here and would like to chat, please put your sharings in the chat. That's how I interact with you right now. And, or if you want to share with one another, please put it in the chat, because that's how we co-create this hour together. Global Minga. What can I say more about Global Minga? It's a concept born out of the indigenous. And it is so simple. I think that's why it goes over people's heads. It's so simple, yet for us in a world where there's always a give or take, a tit for tat, I guess would be another way of saying it. Sometimes Global Minga seems a little odd or a little scary. What do you mean everyone comes together and helps maintain the water source? What do you mean why don't you just pay somebody to take care of it? But it's the community that you build while you're doing, it's not just coming together. It's the friendships and the community and the interlocking of each other when you come together. When you are working together with somebody, when you are putting your blood, sweat, and tears into something with somebody, or if you're just reaching out and just wanting to assist, you are going to automatically begin to mingle with people. You can't help but unless you're trying really hard not to. And some people do that too, and that's okay. But for the most part, when you start to work with people, interact with people on even on that kind of technical level of working together on a project or something, you do begin to form friendships and links that go beyond just the work doing. But then when that work that you're doing is in service to something grander than who you are, grander than who the community is, it just adds that much more love and respect to everyone's hearts. And I think it helps form that bond even stronger, right? Because everyone is putting in their own blood, sweat, and tears to make sure things keep running. And maybe that's where we've lost in a lot of ways. What's coming to me now is getting our car fixed. So we need to get our car fixed. And normally we would normally most people just would things fixed automatically. Oh no, I got a better story. This one's even better. This one's even better. I like this one better. TV. My son had a great big TV that he had bought, and the power source had gone off in the back of it. And most people nowadays would just say, well, just go get a new TV. Well, he didn't. He kept it, and he kept it, and he kept it, and he kept it. But he never knew why, and he never understood why. And then finally dad asked him, why are you keeping this TV? And he's like, well, I don't know. And then Serge suggested, well, why don't you take it to a repair shop and get it fixed? Okay. Most of us just throw things away or put money or throw money at stuff rather than just having the effort of going out and fixing the situation. Now he has a perfectly working TV, and rather than spending $700 on a brand new TV, it only cost him $150 to get it fixed. But most people don't think that way anymore. Most people are just throw money at it. What do you mean, you have to go do this, or you're gonna go and volunteer to clean so and so, why don't you just hire cleaners to get it done? The point is not just for you to get out into the world and interact and move your body and open your lungs and open your heart and get these cells a jiggling and a moving with activity. It's about going out and nor even helping people. It's about forming the community in the process of helping people. And that is really what was shown to me so strongly with Global Minga, was the community that was built around the projects. For example, the peace pyramid that just went up in at Tosa Blue Mountain in Ecuador, that was just built, all in all natural materials, no electricity used, and it brought in the skills of several different tribes from around the Andes Mountains to build this. And most of these tribes never really got along on a day-to-day regular basis. But the moment they got building that pyramid, moment they were part of something bigger than themselves, even if it was just building a pyramid for somebody, all of those preconceived notions of each other went away, and the community began to be built around the building of a pyramid. And I have not been to Tosa to experience it, but to see the pyramid built now, that is what I think of when I see that pyramid, is not only the piece that it radiates out beyond itself, the tallest bamboo standing pyramid in the world. And it radiates at 600 on the Hawkins scale, over 600 on the Hawkins scale. But it's not just the peace, love, and joy that radiated out from the building itself. It's the peace, love, and joy that was created within the community that built it that will continue to radiate out into their communities. And that's where global Mingo or community projects, whatever you want to call it in your world, is so beneficial. Because yes, you have that structure built, or you have the garden, like community gardens, for instance. Yes, the garden's there, but not only are you going out and moving the body and being in nature and getting the sunshine into your cells and the oxygen into your lungs, you're now growing food for yourself and for others, but you're building connections that go beyond that garden, that go into other realms, into other areas of your life that you have yet to even understand how they're going to lift you up or raise you higher. Because that's what being in service as a community means, is lifting each other up. And you never know how it's going to happen. I didn't know this morning that all of these beautiful souls would reach out and lift me up when I needed it most. And it was truly magnificent and wonderful to behold. And I am forever thankful for all of you. I was praying this morning, maybe the internet will just fits out and I won't have to have a show today. That's where I was. That's where I was when I got up. And I am forever thankful for the beautiful souls. I can see them in front of me now, all smiling at me, going, "Go, girl, go. You can do this. You can do this." That is what I'm talking about, building for yourself. For most people, we don't have that in our lives. We go to work every day, we come home, we have a few friends, but how much do we really connect with them on that level anymore? Maybe that's a challenge you should take up for yourself. Go out and see your friends, tell them how much you appreciate and love them, and let them know that even if it's been a while since you've talked to them, that you still think about them and that you still care about them. And then, yeah, tell them how they've lifted you up. That was one of our challenges for the Global Minga group, was just to go out and spread your appreciation and your thankfulness to the people in your lives that you haven't done so in a while. And then from there, their day is lifted and they go out and lift somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. It's like a domino, pay it forward kind of effect. And I absolutely love it. Well, I wasn't planning on even having a show today. So the fact that I managed to do 35 minutes, I'm pretty proud of myself now. And I'm pretty proud of this group and of Oneness Talk Radio that's blossoming and growing. And I'm proud of myself and myself. And I put my hand to my heart and I give thanks that I have love and support both in the physical world. I have love and support in this beautiful technical world. And I have love and support in the grand oneness of it all. And I am beyond thankful for that. And I hope in this time, which is coming up on the new moon tomorrow, that you'll be able to feel into that energy. That's what's birthing for you. What in your life are you wanting to bring forward and to birth? Maybe you're wanting to even let go of something. What is that? What would that feel like? What would that look like? Hold that in your heart and your mind. And Master Lady Kira Ra always says, What in me invited this to be? So ask yourself today, what in me invited this to be? What am I doing? Where am I going? A day of reflection. And maybe that will lead you into a service of others that will help build a global minga around yourself. And if not, it lifted your spirits, and it certainly lifted the person that you were in service to. And one by one, by one by one, you build a community. So keep going. Love yourself. Hold yourself. Because, thank you, Sarah. Yourself is who you have and is your best friend. And thank you for that reminding. I want to wish you all an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. And try and go out and be in service to whoever you can, even if it's just yourself. Give yourself a hot bath. Make yourself that beautiful, sensual chocolate mousse cake that you wanted to make, and then just put it away for Christmas. But accomplish something that you've never tried before. In fact, I'm going to maybe look at doing some baking myself. Maybe I'll try a recipe or two that I've never done before. Find something out there today that's going to lift you up and to bring you joy and happiness, and will birth the next day and the next day and the next day, and the service in yourself. And then blink, next thing you know, you're involved in the greatest community on earth. Much peace, love, and joy to all of you out there. Have an absolutely fabulous, fabulous day. And I hope to see you on New Year's. But I'm sure you're going to see me in between New Year's and Christmas too. So have a beautiful day. And don't forget, send me, if you are interested in my new moon, just send me a quick little email, waterloveandlight@gmail.com. And it'll be 7 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. So have a fabulous day. Until next time, much love. Namaste.